fellow cinephilists, my name is Christina and welcome to another Let's Get Reelz movie review. Today's movie I will be reviewing for you is Rocky from 1976. I hope a lot of you are familiar with Rocky. It's one of those great American movies, just one of those staples of film, and it's one that is very dear to my heart and to the heart of my family. We all know it by heart and everything. If you haven't seen it though, Rocky is about a boxer in Philadelphia named Rocky Balboa, played by Sylvester Stallone. And he's, as a lot of people say in the movie and he says about himself, he's a bum. He lives in a rundown apartment. He is the muscle for a loan shark. He makes some money and some local fights and local boxing fights. And he's just kind of like down and out, but he always has this great outlook on life. He's never really down, he's never really angry, he just really goes about life, and then he does what he does with boxing. He really enjoys it. It's something he was doing for a very, very long time. And he has a friend named Polly who has a sister named Adrian, played by Talia Shire. She works in a pet store, and Rocky really likes her. He's always going in there and flirting with her. There's nothing special about Adrian. She's a very, very mousy woman. Not like, you know, she doesn't dress anything to stand out, and I mean, she works at a pet store and she's just kind of nerdy looking. She's nothing that you would write home about, but there's just something about Adrian that Rocky really, really likes, and Adrian was just like, woo, you know, like, back off a little bit. And they're really cute. He eventually like gets Adrian to go out with him, and of course they fall in love with each other. The story of Rocky really takes off when the heavyweight in boxing, Apollo Creed, comes into town and he wants to fight just a regular guy. The boxer he was supposed to be fighting, I think on like New Year's Day, something happened to him or to his hand and he couldn't do it. So Apollo decides, oh, let's make this a Cinderella story. Let's look for a local boxer and just have it be like this big thing that, you know, Apollo Creed bought a local. So Apollo's looking through this book and he comes across Rocky's name. Rocky fights under the name the Italian Stallion, and he's like, that would be really good because the Italians came and they discovered America, they made America great, they helped to build this nation. So he picks Rocky, and Rocky finds out, and there's like all this publicity around him, and he eventually does fight Apollo Creed. All he wanted to do was go the distance. He didn't want to get knocked out. He wanted to go 15 rounds without getting knocked out and just going and doing it. And he does. He perseveres through that, and he perseveres through a lot in this movie. And that's what I really like about the story of Rocky. There's a lot of like perseverance on the part of a lot of people, especially Rocky. Obviously, he's got to persevere to work hard to get into shape with this fight. He's got to persevere through where he comes from, and he's got to persevere through how people look at him. Like I said, people would call him a bum. They'd be like, you're such a bum. And nobody just like really believed in him, and he believed in himself that he could do it. And then he had Adrian, and then, you know, he had his trainer Mick, played by Burgess Meredith, and it was just it's such a good story to like really motivate you. I know every time I sit and watch it, or every time I think about it, I get so motivated and I feel so much better. Like, it's just such a good story to keep going, even when the odds are against you. Just go the distance like Rocky did. The cast was great. Sylvester Stallone, he wrote this movie and he sold it, and before he made Rocky, he was an usher in a movie theater making like $36 a week. So again, if that's not perseverance for you and motivation enough for you guys out in the world who maybe want to write movies and act in movies or just to do anything in life, there's a great story for you. You know, it was like Sylvester Stallone, his Cinderella story of, you know, going from making $36 a week to starring in a movie and writing it. And then it was Rocky's dream to just box and go the distance and, you know, push himself to be the best boxer that he could be. I really just like that, and it's a very cool story, and Sylvester Stallone could not have done any better with the story of Rocky. He could not have been any better as Rocky. I mean, he's not the greatest of actors. He talks like this, you know, like he looks like kind of a doof, but he was just great, and you really believe him as this humble guy from not a great section of Philadelphia who just does what he does to get by, but has this great outlook on life. Talia Shire, again, perfect. No one could have been a better Adrian than Talia Shire. She was just so fantastic. And it's funny because she plays Connie in The Godfather, and in that movie she's like, you know, she's Italian, she's like part of the mafia family, and in this she's just like all shy and quiet and completely adorable. And I love how Adrian falls in love with Rocky and how much she just comes out of her shell, because Paulie, her brother, is an abusive idiot, and she never really got that love from him at home. Like he just never treated her right, and then finally Rocky comes along and he treats her right, and Talia Shire just did a wonderful job playing Adrian, and the character of Adrian is just wonderful too. Burgess Meredith, it's so funny because I was always so used to seeing him as Mick, you know, this gravelly voice guy who says one of my favorite movie lines ever, "You're gonna eat lightning and crap thunder," and then I finally like saw him in his old movies from the 40s and 50s, and I was like, whoa, like that's Mick who said you're gonna eat lightning and crap thunder. Like, I could not believe it. And you know, I'm so used to watching him in like old movies now that it was kind of weird seeing him as an older guy. He's still great. I love him as Mick, and I can't really stress enough how great this cast was. Apollo Creed, the actor who played him, fantastic. The actor who played Paulie, I really hate Paulie. I absolutely hate him. I've seen a couple of the other Rocky movies. He is such a fucking idiot, and he makes me so mad. And you know, but that's like, the actor just does a great job. He does a fantastic job of making us hate Paulie and not sympathize with him and really just not liking him at all. So that was my review of Rocky. I really wanted to do this review because, as I said, it's like a classic movie in my house, and also the movie just turned 40 years old last weekend, and it's just such a classic movie. How can I not sit and watch it and review it for you guys if you've never seen it? If you did like my review or really rambling of Rocky, please give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below if you have seen Rocky. Let me know what you think of the story, the locations, the actors, anything you want down there. And also in the comments, please leave your suggestions of what I should watch next. They can be older movies, they can be classic movies, whatever you guys got, leave them there, and if I pick your movie and I watch it and I review it, I will give you a shout out. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let's get Reelz movie reviews, because that is what I like to do here. And as always, keep watching movies and stay absolutely fabulous.